Today, most people are fighting to protect their human rights. We are fighting to defend women from violence. We are trying to, protect our ecosystem, our delicate ecosystem from natural catastrophes, animals. We're trying to defend our health and our core family values, and so on, which is a struggle. I mean, a battle that is necessary. We need to do this, and I understand that. I respect that very much. However, if all of these efforts are done only in the dimensional plane, we are missing out our most powerful weapon, which is not in the physical dimension. So let's see together in which dimension this is and how, hi Smiley, and how we can use it for our own good to win this war between good and bad. The real war is not concentrated between governments, economic powers, armies, or people walking and protesting down the street. But the real war is mainly happening in the invisible world, in a world we cannot see with our physical eyes, so in the etheric or subtle world, because everything that manifests in this physical realm first starts manifesting or appearing in the non-visible. So every idea always starts in the invisible world, and then the idea manifests and we bring it into the physical. So where do we, as mass population, people have apparently no power, where is the real power that we have? In the physical world, where everything is in the hands of a financial elite, or in us at the physical level? We don't have nothing. They have basically almost everything. So what are the chances that we have a war, physical war with them, that we win? That's very difficult. So our real focus should be what's happening in the visible world and what can I do? What influence do I have? So the psychiatrist Carl Jung already had discovered a sort of a huge energetic field that he called collective unconscious, which is the sum of all of the minds together combined of the human race here on Earth. So whatever we think, it accumulates inside this huge electromagnetic field, this container of thoughts, let's say, around the world. So we are, through our minds, we're connected to everyone. So why is this so important? Let's say that, to make things easier to understand, the collective unconscious is made of two energy containers. In one of them, you have all the negative thoughts and emotions. So envy, anger, arrogance, and impatience. All of this is here. And you fuel this part if you feel and think a lot of times these emotions and thoughts during the day. On the other side, we have the positive container, let's call it like this. And here, this one is fueled by generosity, love, compassion, helping each other, being centered, peace, and so on. Now, the majority of these two containers, the war is here. Which one will be stronger? Why is this so important? Because if the negative will be stronger, this whole field around the world, which is connected with every mind in the world, will influence our mind. The thoughts we have in our mind are not all ours. They come from outside. So what do we want to get from outside to influence us? Negative or the positive? Of course, the positive. So what are we doing every day? Are we conscious of what we're doing? Are we aware of what we're fueling of these two containers? And how can I change that? Well, ask yourself, for example, if you are posting a lot of videos or images or articles on Facebook, ask yourself, what effects am I going to give to people when they will see or read this? Is it going to give them a sense of calm, happiness, sense of being protected, loving, or will it be hatred, impotence, criticism, injustice? Now, I'm aware that there is information that has to be given out because, to be aware, you need to put also something, let's say, negative. But every time you put something negative out, it always should be, be sided by a solution of some kind. At least that, okay? So this is important. Why? I'll give you an example, very concrete. When you go to take a walk in the woods, and you take a half an hour walk or 1 hour walk, you come back and you feel more centered, more in harmony with yourself, good mood. You feel like, you're in connection with life. You feel loved sometimes. You feel just really great. Now, why this? Because we enter in a small collective unconscious of the woods. And those woods are bigger than our small energetic field, right? So they have a bigger power to influence us than we have to influence the woods, fortunately. So that's why they give us this feeling of peace. Same thing happens if you go to a big city, chaotic city. After 1 hour, 2, 3 hours you're there, you get more stressed, you get less patient, you get angry, and you lose energy, and your immune system starts falling. So there, because all that noise, that's traffic, which also influences as a collective unconscious of the city negatively on you, because you are smaller than the whole city, right? So what effect does the collective unconscious, the global one, does to each of us every day? And what could it be if each of us would start feeding much more positive thoughts and emotions during the day, and not just criticizing something or looking at it badly or having a lot of fear? You can choose by incrementing your awareness of yourself. That's a practice you can do every day. What am I thinking? What am I doing with these actions? What am I producing? How am I feeding the subconscious, the unconscious collective? What we have to realize is the great responsibility and the huge power we have within us, each of us, through our mind. So, working like hell, battling like hell on the physical plane, which is good, it can be done. I understand that there are circumstances that it must be done. But if we do it without the other part, trying to, feel gratitude and nurture the positive part of the energies of the unconscious collective, what happens if on the physical plane we will solve the problem, but we will prepare for another one in the future. And that's a never-ending cycle of suffering and, of course, learning, but it's a longer learning curve. So, as I said, there's no sense in battling as we don't have the strength, the power on the physical plane, because those are from the financial elites, call it the deep state, whatever you want, it's not important. It's not saying that we have no chance to really winning there. Where we have our chance to win is in our thoughts, and that's why they are feeding us with junk TV shows. We are getting away from reading books. We have all these addictions to technologies that are making us more stupid. They are desocializing us. We forget how to be in contact with our emotions, how to express them, and all of this lowers our intelligence, but not only mental intelligence, but also our emotional intelligence. And that's also why they try to connect us with in artificial intelligence, putting it in our mind, in our brains. Why all that? Because the real war is on conquering our minds. Our minds are going to serve this part of, let's call it negativity, or will it serve the part of positivity? That's where our real power lies, and we are in millions, if not billions, who can do this. The power of our thoughts depend basically on who we think we are. If we believe that we are just an insignificant human being on this earth, like many, many others, then of course our thought will be less powerful than a thought of a person who is aware that it is a divine being doing a physical experience with this human body. So when we believe that we are something more than just a body, that we have a divine origin, that increases our vibration immensely, and that makes our thoughts more powerful. It makes a bigger change in the collective unconscious. There have been about 20 peer study reviews and about 50 demonstrations of a so-called Maharishi effect done with a transcendental meditation. And this was done a few weeks with a group of a few thousands of people, and there was a reduction of criminal rate and violence and victims in the nearby areas. This was also done, I think, in 11 US states, so it was repeated many times. So you don't need to be in millions and millions doing this at the same time to change the world. This is something very doable. So I mean, much easier than battling like hell in the physical world all the time and redoing it, staying always there, the same point, more or less. We can do this. It's not so difficult. And fortunately, you don't even need to meditate or know to meditate to give your contribution to this change. So how can I make my contribution with this meditation, and how much time do I lose with this? Or if I don't have time, what can I do? Well, first of all, you don't need to meditate to do this exercise. You can start doing it like once a day, and first thing in the morning or in the evening, and you just simply visualize. With your intent, you contact your divine self, and you start emanating from you a light, a loving light, and you surround all of your family or your house, and you go on and on with this like energy bubble, and you go on and on over the whole planet, and you stay with that energy, and you desire for it all the best. You see people happy, abundance, or this humanitarianism, they're all connected and happy, and you feel very grateful for it. And that's what you do. Now, let's make an exercise. Okay, it will be very brief, and let's do it together right now. Okay, so close your eyes and intentionally connect to your heart center, which is the easiest place to access to your spirit. Our spirit is our self that manifests when we give, not when we receive. So now we will start giving through visualization. We will see from out ourselves there is manifesting a white gold light, a beautiful white gold light full of love and joy that is going through all of the whole room we are in, going outside. It's like embracing our family and friends and all of our neighborhood. And it's slowly going on and on, all over the city or wherever we are living. And the vibration is so familiar, so warm, so pleasant, feels safe, nurturing. It's joyful. It's full of hope. And it englobes the whole world. You feel it's just touching every single cell of everything that exists in this physical plane. And you feel also that you're connected to other people doing this at various times of the day in the world. And you wish for all this world. You see the plants, the animals, and of course people. You wish for them all of the best. You wish that the realm of God manifests, or the golden era or a better future, whatever, use the words you want. But you see that everyone is happy. There is abundance for everyone. There is no kind of conflicts or wars. There's just peace, happiness, love, and much more things we even can't visualize or imagine right now. Beautiful technology that supports us, makes us travel all around the universe. And this is something we are creating right now. And we feel gratitude by doing this, by participating in this. And we feel how important this is. And how my life, your life, is not at all just any life. It's a very, very important life. You are part of this plan. You're part of this project. We need you. All of us are important to manifest this change. And here is the only battle, the only way we can win a war, because here we are powerful. There's no money that stops us. There's no limit in nothing. Even if we're closed at home, we can do it. Always. So now, before closing your eyes, try to just feel, before opening your eyes, just try to feel whatever you feel. If there's anything in your heart center or any other place in your body, could be a strong, loving feeling, could be something very minor or even nothing. It's not a problem. It always works the same. And with practice, you should feel this more and more intensely. So let's open our eyes now. As you see, it's very simple. And in time, you get more good at it. What does that mean, being better? Well, at the beginning, you can start only once a day, of course. As you see, it's 1 minute, 3 minutes. You cannot. There's no excuses for not doing it. What happens, and this happened to me for a lot of time, I just forgot. I did it once in the morning and forgot it the whole day until the next day. And it happens so many times. With practice, you start doing it more and more frequently. You do it with your eyes open, and while you're doing other things like cleaning your plates, like cooking, like going for a walk, like working even, or listening to a friend or over the phone, you start doing it in many other ways. Maybe using less details of your visualization, but you are visualizing, you are making a change, you are doing an effort in that sense. So the positive container of the energy is getting stronger and stronger. And that container, one day, if we do this, more and more people every day, that big energy container will be so big, it will be, the negative one will be overcome or transformed. So people that don't even know about these concepts, these truths, will suddenly start receiving thoughts they never had before, like being generous, like stopping to watch certain TV channels and watching others that are much more joyful or interesting or helpful for your inner growth, for your spiritual growth. They will be less mad, or they will be starting looking for asking questions about life and who they are, where are they going from now on. That's the change we need to create. This is our real power. This is our way we're going to win. Our war is only in this dimension. So really watch out now. Be careful on what you're nurturing and what effect you're doing to other people who are connected through the whole world with internet. And in this way, we can really make a change. It won't be overnight, but it will change not only us, not only the people, but also us, because when we connect ourselves with this power, with this love, the spirit has more space to express itself. So we will be more loving. We will be more aligned to our spirit. So we will get more aligned with our goal. Our sense of being in the right place, in the right position, and doing the right thing will be stronger and stronger, and we'll be more happy. And this will just go build on and build on. So I hope you like this video, and share it if you believe it can be helpful to others. And thank you for listening.